game.
Biola has 2 home games remaining, this one and then the big one coming up against APU, as it got real quiet in here there for a second on Saturday. The ball is up. The game is on. Point Loma wins the tip. They will go from left to right on your screen. Biola's first 5. Well, we'll wait to get you those because we got a play in transition here. It's Wright getting in on the action, stealing and scoring there, opening up Biola's lead 2-0. As I was saying, the first 5 for Biola, a relatively familiar 5. Only change is Milovic in there for Elrod at the 5. It's Rossow, Wright, Bagatorian, Dominguez, and Milovic. First 3 on the way is perfect that time from Franklin as he knocks it in from straight on.
Quick 5 points there, huh?
Yeah, very exciting start to this one. Point Loma won the tip. Alex Wright got the steal and the score, and then the answer is good for Franklin back the other way. Chris Rossow gets inside. Free throw line floater. Rattles around, won't go. Nice rebound that time from Anderson.
You know, Biola defense got to be real careful with the switches and them getting mixed up because that last 3-pointer was a mix-up on who had that guy.
At the controls now with it is Baxter. He feeds his big man down low. Anderson drives inside, has it poked away, but possession will stay right here with the Sea Lions. So Point Loma will inbound underneath their own basket. My goal for the broadcast today is to not call them Concordia once. The green and the yellow, it throws me off every single time. Obviously both teams in Biola's conference. For whatever reason, that seems to be my biggest struggle as a broadcaster. As we have a foul up top. Not going to be a shooting foul, I don't believe. Side out possession back to Point Loma. Reset the shot clock to 20. And it's kind of a bailout there as they really didn't have much going on deep in the clock. Barnes will inbound, gets it in up top to Anderson. And the whistles are flying left and right here to start. So just like that, Milovic has 2 fouls in a minute 30. So Jesse Elrod, who has started most of Biola's games at the 5, probably wasn't expecting to get this early of a call off the bench, but the foul trouble for Milovic will bring Jesse Elrod right into the game.
Yeah, just a tough go of things right there.
Jump shot is true that time. Barnes puts it in, his first basket of the game. Point Loma stretches their lead out to 3. Rossow looking for Bagatorian. That's his spot there on the left block. They're going to let him go one-on-one. And nice defense that time on the rejection from Baxter, but Biola gets it back, nearly threw it away. 8 to shoot. Alex Wright drives inside. Won't go, but a foul. First free throw is short. And remind you, we do have our shout-out email up and operating, eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com. If you want to send us a shout-out, let us know who you're rooting for, where you're rooting from, and anything else you'd like for us to know, and we'll shout you out on the broadcast. Second free throw on the way. Alex Wright misses both. A rare empty trip to the stripe for him. Dribble handoff action up top. Barnes drives inside. Nice no-look pass. Found the cutter and a beauty right there. The two-man game, Anderson to Franklin. And I think we're going to have a delay a game call that time against Franklin. Inconsequential unless he picks up another. Or I should say their team picks up another. Then it'd be a free throw for Biola. Eagles sputtering a bit offensively here to start. Alex Wright opened up the scoring with a transition layup, but it's been all zero since. Elrod looking to change that. Straight on 3, in and out. Nice job defensively that time from Chris Rossow, getting back in transition, shutting down the fast break opportunity. Turnaround jump shot. That's a tough shot right there from Anderson. Certainly one that Biola will live with, but it's just been that start to the game. 4 of 4 from the field now for Point Loma.
Yeah, that's Point Loma's guy right there, Kaden Anderson. He's someone to watch out for, definitely. He leads the team in assists with 9 and averaging 20 points per game. This big guy, 6'8" from Washington, definitely one to look out for.
Well, you saw Biola send the double team that time. Likely why he leads the team in assists. He sees so many doubles, and he knows how to pass out of those. So Biola kind of has to pick their poison here today if you want to single cover him or force others to beat you. Dribble handoff between Bagatorian and Rossow. Step back jump shot is perfect that time for Chris Rossow.
Boy, Rossow really makes those, off-balance shots look really easy. Off the leg, spin, whatever you want to do. He just has that high arc that just raindrops goes in.
Isolation situation on the left block that time. Anderson drives inside, beat Elrod off the dribble, but left the layup short. Right now back the other way, hands it off to Rossow. Wisely slows things up, nearly double dribbled that time, but found Elrod. Now 20 to shoot for Biola. They don't got to hurry, they got plenty of time here. Bagatorian step back, jump shot, book it for Bags. His first bucket of the game comes via his patented move right there, the step back on the left block.
It's almost like butter. We've seen it every single game, and we all know he's going to do it.
So back and forth affair here to start. Right wing 3 on the way. That one misses short. Rebound inside to Elrod. Rossow looking to push the pace, slams on the brakes, and nothing but cord that time for Chris Rossow.
It's like I said, those little teardrops, they're just so beautiful.
He went from 100 miles per hour to a complete stop that time. Slammed on the brakes, pulled up, and knocked it down.
You're only as fast as you can slow down.
Left wing triple on the way. That one's too strong. Long rebound in the hands of Elrod. Wright doesn't have numbers, doesn't seem to care. Drives inside, wall it off defensively, now kicks it back out to Bagatorian. Bags fakes the handoff, drives inside, puts it up and puts it in. Michael Bagatorian with the fake handoff and the bucket. Biola out front by 1. And the answer is good. Silences the crowd momentarily as Baxter gets it right back with the 3.
We're going to see a lot of three-point shots from Point Loma here as they lead the Pac West in percentage. So Biola's definitely got to be on the lookout for those kind of shots from the arc.
Rossow's answer won't go. Here we come back the other way. And that's too easy there for Anderson as he gets a bucket in transition. Pushes the lead out to 4 now. Chris Rossow finds Alex Wright. He'll try a straight on 3. Misses everything. Somebody left a window open. As that will bring us to our first timeout. 14-12 left to go here in half number 1. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. This one coming in from Kylie Barnes saying, "Go Kobe" for Point Loma. Appreciate that. And the next one coming in from none other than our broadcast partner, Hannah Richardson, saying, "Fave broadcasting duo in the world." Joey, don't forget the name of the game. And you know what's funny? I was going to bring this up because Jeff said at the top of the broadcast the name of the game was going to be rebounding, and I think Hannah may haggle with that.
I've been saying it a lot more than I thought I would after that whole incident.
Well, you've switched it up a little bit because as we've emphasized throughout the course of the season, the name of the game is putting points on the board and putting the ball in the basket. But according to Jeff Wilson's expert analysis, today it's going to be rebounding. So we'll see how that holds up. Isolation situation on the right block. This time Anderson once again blows by Jesse Elrod and puts it up and in for 2. And what's so tough there is that with Elrod as the lone big man on the floor for Biola, if he's guarding Anderson out near the free throw line or even on the low block, if he gets by Elrod, there is no rim protection at the basket at all. So that's something Biola is going to have to certainly find a way to counter if Elrod can't stay in front of Anderson.
Exactly. It might have to be Solomon Ruddle coming off the bench to guard that basket too.
Right wing triple, and you highlighted him a little bit ago. You said he can get going and get going. He has 9 points already here for him, just about 8 minutes into the game. Rossow leaves it short. Rebound batted around into the hands of Franklin. Picked up full court by Rossow. Breaks the press, drives inside, slows things up.
Got to watch the mismatch between Wright and Anderson here.
Wide open three on the right wing. Biola dodges a bullet that time. Rebound Chris Rossow. Here he comes back the other way. Elrod at the free throw line. Double comes. Finds Alex Wright up top. Rossow. Crossover dribble. Finds Jesse Elrod straight on three. That's his spot. Knocks it down, and Biola cuts the lead back to 6.
There you go. Now, we're going to see this a lot through the game, but the Eagles have to find a way to shift the momentum. There'll be times where Biola's down as of now, but, you know, the way to get the momentum back is the best way is defense. Is build the momentum through defense, and the offense will keep it.
And they go to their hot hand. Nice job standing his ground defensively inside that time by Alex Wright, forcing the miss. Now here comes Wright back the other way. Ball is hopping for Biola. They go back to Bagatorian. He hit one from there just moments ago, but can't get that one to fall. Extra pass into the corner. Three is on the way. Won't go, but a foul. Didn't see much contact there, but I believe we're going to have 3 free throws coming up.
On Witten Dominguez that time, he's kind of confused what he did, and so am I.
And we're back here, 11:36 left to go in the half. Point Loma's got 3 free throws coming up after Witten Dominguez fouled Brock McKenzie on the right wing, attempting a 3. First of the 3 free throws is good.
You know, a game like this, I feel like it's going to come down to free throws. I mean, like I said, these teams are looking at each other in the mirror and thinking there's so many similar things, and at the end of the day, it's the little things that are going to win the game.
So all 3 are good at the stripe for McKenzie. That pushes the lead up to 9 now. Biola just hasn't quite been sharp here to start the game. Rossow around the Elrod screen, walled off defensively, kicks it out to Bags, extra pass into the corner, finds Dominguez, step back jump shot. That one won't go either. Handling up top with it is Okhotin. Hands it off now. Dribble handoff action from Baxter, but we're going to have an offensive foul. Moving screen, I believe, will be the call.
You know, going back to say about kind of a slow start for Biola, I do agree, and we've seen it before, but I don't think we should worry about it too much. We've seen them kind of slow, and then all of a sudden starting to pick at the pace, like, you know, last game against Point Loma, they didn't have Chris Rosso, and maybe that's a reason why they were kind of slow, but now they do, and he's going to make a huge difference in this game along with Alex Wright, who did have 27 points last time they played Point Loma.
Yeah, so far you look at the box score for both teams, it's just the shooting discrepancy that is the difference in the game. Sometimes it's just that simple. Biola hasn't turned the ball over yet, and they just haven't really knocked down the shots that they've gotten. As a rejection at the rim that time, Wright gets it back. He had Elrod, but a little bit too late on the feed. A scrum breaks out. I believe we're going to have a held ball. Elrod's frustrated because he was wide open in the lane. Wright just missed him.
Yeah, he just had to pull the trigger there. He had him for an easy 2.
So Biola will inbound underneath their own basket. They reset the shot clock. Or do they? I think we're going to get an explanation here from the officials. Yeah, so he's going to say we never changed possession, so the shot clock actually shouldn't have reset. I believe that's the right call. So we'll see what they put it at. So they're going to put the shot clock down to 14 now. So Biola has got about half of a shot clock to work with. They're fortunate to still have possession. That was nearly a giveaway. Elrod hands it off to Whit Dominguez, who finds his point guard, Chris Rossau, up top. Drives inside, knifes through the defense, but misses a shot that he normally makes at the rim there. Just a little bit too strong off glass. Dribble handoff up top. Nice recovery defensively there by Whit Dominguez, getting back to the shooter, but even better awareness from Brock McKenzie on the hard close to attack that and get right to the hole for two. Alex Wright finds Jesse Elrod, was open momentarily, instead finds Bagatorian. May have traveled there, but had it taken away anyways. And Point Loma gives it right back. So some sloppy play there on the last two possessions from both sides. As we have a few more shout-outs to send along. This one coming in from Alexa Vandermeer saying, hey guys, this is Lex and Allen from South County. Watch out for Big Ben, the three-point king. Seems like everybody on Point Loma is a three-point king right now to start this game. Appreciate your shout-out. On the left wing, handling now Chris Rossau in and out dribble. Now they find Baggs again on the left block, and he just hasn't quite had the stroke from there. Did knock down one, but has come up empty on all his other attempts.
Yeah, it's not just Baggs here. There seems to be a little bit of disconnection on the offense as we got a 2-on-1 here with Wright.
Well, as you said earlier, defense can oftentimes set the tone, and if your offense is sputtering, you can get out in transition, get an easy one off of your defensive prowess. That is certainly something that can get you going offensively. Franklin hands it off. Anderson with the hot hand. Straight on three. Book it. Straight away triple is good for Okhotin. That's his first of the game. And that pushes the lead up to a dozen now.
That's the most confident shot I've seen Point Loma take so far. If they got more of those in the back pocket, it's something for Biola to look out for.
Wright looking for the answer. Doesn't get it. A rebound into the hands of Franklin. Point Loma looking to run. Left wing three. Somebody left a shooter open, and the way Point Loma's shooting the basketball, you certainly can't do that. Another triple is good. That one from Anderson, and it's a 15-point lead.
Yeah, they are just too dangerous of a team to leave that wide open. It's unreal.
The Sea Lions have doubled up the Eagles here, as Chris Rossau says not for long. He stops the bleeding, puts in the free throw line jumper. 30-17 now. And he just hit one from straight away. He'll get another from the left wing. Okhotin back-to-back bingos. He's got 6. Rossau up top, left it short. Not the start that these Biola fans had hoped for, as Point Loma is just shooting the lights out from beyond the arc. We got a quick timeout. Before we take it, want to send along some shout-outs. This one coming in for Caden Anderson, a good guy to shout out so far as he's off to a hot start. Shout out to Caden Anderson. So proud of you. Love Grandpa and Grandma. Coming in. So Biola's got an uphill battle here, down 33-17, just about 12 and a half minutes into this game. Jeff, as you've watched this deficit unfold for Biola, what do they need to do to not only stop the bleeding but also climb their way back into it?
It's kind of the elephant in the room. You need to guard the arc here and also make some shots from the three-point line. I know that Biola isn't the greatest, three-point shooting team in the world, but I know they can shoot the ball. I've seen it. It's just a matter of consistent shooting.
Well, a good start here on this end as Rossau slides in, takes the charge. You talked about the shooting of Point Loma coming into this game and how good it was, but shooting 67% from both the field and downtown was probably a little bit better than we anticipated.
It's above average, Joey.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem all that sustainable. However, we've said that at times this year, and teams have remained red hot. So we'll see how Point Loma fares if and when their shooting numbers come a bit down to earth, but so far no signs of that. Fadeaway shot, that's probably the toughest one he's going to get all game as it misses short. Rosal leading the break. Bagatorian extra pass into the corner with Dominguez. Rattles it in, out, and back in again with Dominguez. Triples from the corner. And a big-time bucket there for Biola.
There we go. Start with something small. I mean, it's just the start. Just hitting threes because Point Loma's opponent three-point percentage is very bad. Like, the opponents are shooting really well against their defense.
And if you're Biola, that means you got to try to generate a few more open looks from deep. And I think you have the ability to do that, especially with the defensive attention that guys like Michael Bagatorian and Chris Rosau command. You see these guys pretty much every single night. One or both are facing double teams throughout the course of the game. And Solomon Riddell will check in for Biola, his first action of the game. We talked about Riddell earlier in the broadcast and potentially needing his rim protection because, as we've seen so far here in this one, Cade Anderson can absolutely get it going, not only from beyond the arc, but inside as well. Somebody's going to have to deter him a little bit once he gets to the rim.
And exactly, and I like Bagatorian and Riddell at the same time because Bags has got the speed and Riddell's got the protection.
10 on the clock for Biola. Bagatorian backing down his man. And throws it away. Nice job reading the passing lane that time from Hopt. As a turnover for Biola, their first of the game. Anderson on the low block, backing down Alex Wright. Picks up his dribble, turns around, shoots it right over Alex Wright, and there's just nothing you can do with that defensively.
No, because, they were both, you saw Riddell couldn't have got to the double team on that time, neither does Bags, because if he leaves that guy open, it's easy for Point Loma to get that three-point shot.
Left baseline jump shot too strong for Whit Dominguez. Rebound batted around, taken by the Sea Lions. Back they go. And that's a heat check from Anderson. Not quite that time as the rebound corralled by Solomon Riddell. Biola down by 15. Bags looking to cut into the deficit. Not that time. Offensive rebound with Dominguez. On the other end, it's Wright. That one won't go. Nice rebound. Skying to grab it that time was Bagatorian. And what's going to be the call here? I believe they're going to say that Baxter kind of pulled Bags down on that rebound attempt. So Biola catches a break there. They'll regain possession.
I can already tell that the Eagles are being super greedy with their three-point shots, and I like it.
Just 2 of 8 so far to start, but I like the looks that they're getting.
Yes.
They're just not falling here early, and an unforced error that time as Wright received the pass inside but had a foot on the line, so turnover Biola, back the other way we go. Franklin will handle up top for the Sea Lions. Singly covered by Whit Dominguez. Right corner 3 on the way. That one won't go. Rebound Bags. Ross out looking to attack. Feels the contact. Fires and spills it up. Chris Rossau and one opportunity on the way. I wasn't sure if the official was going to give him the shot that time. Thought they might call it on the floor. They do not. Chris Rossau, count it, and a foul.
Put it down. What an acrobatic shot. Wow. Best one I've seen him make right now.
I mean, that's the most difficult shot Biola's had all game, and, of course, that's the one that finally drops. Just 10 of 29 from the field for Biola so far. But Chris Rossau completes the three-point play, cuts into that deficit. It's back to a dozen now. Hopt has it up top. Drives inside.
Now you see Riddell on Anderson.
And that's just tough buckets right there. It seems like Point Loma has so many guys who can just go get their own in isolation. And that's been the majority of their offense so far here in this game. Turnover, back the other way. Here we go. And a very tough sequence of events there for Biola. They concede the deuce on one end, turned it over on the other, and then allow a transition bucket. And now all of a sudden the lead balloons back now to 16. Rossau finds Riddell, not exactly a threat from out there, hands it off to Rossau, who is. Contested jump shot won't go. Rebound batted around, taken into the hands of Okhotin. Deep three, that one misses short. Rebound, Biola has it. Crossover, Alex Wright finds Riddell. With Dominguez tries a three. That one won't go. Rebound batted around. Finds Alex Wright. Counted in a foul. Alex Wright puts it in. And one opportunity coming up for him. I believe that's going to take us to a media timeout. We will take it with them. 2:55 left to go here in the half. Biola hanging tough here. Down 14. And we're back here, 2:55 left to go in the half. Biola just looking to hang tight. They have really struggled offensively, but Alex Wright has a chance to cut into the lead a little bit here at the line. Finished through contact before that media timeout and converts the three-point play. So the deficit now cut back to 13, was as many as 16 before that three-point play from Wright. He's now got 7. Chris Rossau leads all Eagles with 9.
Just as it seems if Biola's kind of regaining that momentum, Point Loma hits a dagger from the three-point line or wherever. It's just excruciating.
They have had answer after answer for anything Biola has done offensively, and that just goes to show you it's got to start on this end if you're Biola. Anderson isolated with Jesse Elrod. They get it back to him on the repost. 5 to shoot. Turns around. Fires. Misses it short. Gets it right back, however. And finds the shooter in the corner. Biola dodges a bullet there. 2:18 left to go.
Good defense by Elrod. I think he's going to stay on Anderson the rest of the game.
He just has to deny the baseline. Force him towards the middle where you actually have some defensive reinforcements. And Alex Wright has the last 5 for Biola.
Elrod's that guy to get physical with Anderson. I like it.
Nice pass inside. Probably could have been an offensive foul call there against Franklin, but it's a turnover anyways. Elrod wants it on the low block. Little pick and pop action. Left wing 3. Dead straight but strong. Anderson, nice job defensively there by Elrod. Long 3 on the way. That one won't go. Rebound Alex Wright. So Point Loma has come down to earth a little bit here from beyond the arc. Can Biola capitalize? Minute 10 left to go. Rossau, walled off defensively, finds Alex Wright. Got time. Drives on Anderson. Kicks it out now. Extra pass finds Bagatorian. Rossau. Quickly met by 3 defenders. That means somebody's open. It was Bagatorian inside. Circus shot goes.
Great quick reverse there. Really solid court vision from Rossau. Great all around.
And for the first time in a while, it's back down to single digits. Timeout Sea Lions. They take their use it or lose it timeout ahead of the break. We'll keep things right here. Biola on a bit of a run here. It's a 7-0 spurt for them. 16-point lead has been cut down to 9, Jeff.
You know, there's a quote from one of my favorite movies, Moneyball, where...
And 6 seconds, and with 44 seconds left to play here in the half, I feel like this is a big stretch of basketball right here. You can either capitalize on this momentum that you have gained, or you can give it right back entering the break.
And I feel like if they can get within 6, maybe even 4 even, that'd be huge from the half.
Anderson walled off by Elrod. His defense has been impressive here on these last several possessions. Pick and roll. Elrod recovers nicely. Isolation situation between him and Anderson. Anderson drives inside, gets to that right hook, won't go. Jesse Elrod stands his ground again defensively. The shot clock is dark. Chris Rossau has it, looking for the last shot of the half. 10 seconds to shoot for Biola. Whit Dominguez handles up top. Gets inside, hands it off to Alex Wright. And loses the basketball and turns it over. So I'm not sure if they're going to rule out a shot attempt or not. It was kind of an awkward possession, but Whit Dominguez gets it right back. Puts it up and puts it in. Whit Dominguez at the horn. And that's that momentum we were talking about, Jeff. Can't ask for a better close to the half than what we saw right there.
You know, I've never been more happy to be down by 7 right now. I mean, it's just great where Biola needs to be just right now.
About 5 minutes to go in the half. Biola stormed back. A 9-0 run for them, brought them all the way within 7. It was capped off by Whit Dominguez jumping the passing lane and hitting that buzzer-beating layup to close the half.
Yeah, true heart and hustle play right there.
That's just what he does. He really ignites so much of what the Eagles do. The majority of his plays as a right-wing triple is perfect that time from Barnes. But as I was saying, the majority of the plays that Whit Dominguez makes, you know, more times than not, aren't necessarily going to show up in the stat sheet. It's the charges drawn. It's the hard closeouts. It's the attacking hard closeouts, things that he does that help you win basketball games. And another one was perfectly on display to end that first half. Biola battling for possession on the floor. What's going to be the call here? If it's a kick ball, that is a bailout there for Biola because that had turnover written all over it, but they get it right back.
Yeah, like you said about Whit Dominguez, he's just shown up in every uncategorical way, and I love him. He's played the full game so far. He's taken a couple good shots, not really succeeded with those, but you know, I would like him out on the court still.
Alex Wright will inbound underneath Biola's own basket, finds Chris Rossau, who gets it right back to Alex. Bags, isolation situation on the low block, turns, gets to his right hand, banks it in off glass. Michael Bagatorian, hopefully that can get him going. It was a bit of a struggle in the first half for Bags, just 3 of 8, but now 4 of 9 from the field, gets the right-handed hook shot to go. Back the other way, Anderson was held there defensively. And speaking of Anderson, got a shout-out coming in from John Anderson, saying shout-out to Cade from Papa John and Signa, Tom, and Kathy as well. So appreciate that. This shout-out coming in from Andrea Baxter from your fans in Melbourne, Australia. Go Sea Lions. Thank you so much for your shout-out. Another one coming in from Mike Hop, saying shout-out to Sherry Hop, the best mom in the world, watching her boy Luke play 4-Point Loma. Appreciate that. And the last one coming in from Steve Richards. Super Unk, enjoying the broadcast. Great work. Go Kobe. Appreciate all the shout-outs. If you would like to join them, it's eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com.
Maybe a little more of Biola fans. We're getting out.
Well, hopefully they're all here. Maybe that's the explanation. They're all here in the building tonight, putting on for their Eagles. And what's going to be the call? Possession back to Biola. No, jump ball, excuse me. Biola thought they were getting it right back, but that wasn't exactly the case. It'll be a held ball, which means possession will go back to Biola, but not via the means that they had anticipated, meaning the next held ball will give possession to the Sea Lions. However, the Eagles happy now to have an opportunity to cut back into this lead. It currently sits at 9. Milovic got limited action in the first half. He picked up 2 fouls just minutes into that first half. We actually didn't see him again. And he's going to get whistled for another. Maximo Milovic, it's been a tough go for him here today. Got the start at center, but foul trouble has made his night a difficult one.
Yeah, it's not really the best when you have as many fouls as you do playing time out on the field.
court.
Of course. I'm on baseball mode, you know?
Listen, I've done it. I've called the softball field the court. I've called this a field. It's not always easy going back and forth broadcasting multiple sports. I've probably called this the pitch at times after coming from soccer. It happens. But Biola is looking to make a run. The offense has not been sharp to start the second half.
We make our jobs easier than it looks.
I've had a lot of fun here today. It's nice to be back in the gym. I've been up working some softball games. On Friday, I'll do both of your baseball games as Jesse Elrod finishes with the left. And then on Saturday, I'll do the first half of your doubleheader. We'll come right down to the basketball gym, call the women's game, and then do the men's game. So big day of games coming up as Anderson travels. His bench can't believe it, but Biola will get possession right back.
You know, Joe, I won't be with you for the first half of the baseball game because I will be on the field. But I'll be with you for the APU game. That one's going to be a fun one.
Well, you'd be in the bullpen. I don't know if that necessarily counts. As Whit Dominguez drives inside, always love to take jabs at POs whenever possible. Chris Rossow knocks in the triple.
There's a jab from 3.
Yeah, a very welcome sign there for Biola. Just their third triple in 11 tries. Chris Rossow knocks it down. The lead is cut back to 6, the closest it has been in quite some time. Franklin looking for the answer, was walled off defensively. A long 3 is on the way, left short by McKenzie. Rebound tracked down by Baggs. Chris Rossow back the other way, takes the hit, and they are going to wave it off and say on the floor. And Jeff, we had a very similar play earlier where they gave Chris Rossow the continuation when I thought they perhaps shouldn't have. I actually thought that he deserved it on that one. Not going to get it. Side out for Biola.
Sure, and why not, I think that he should have totally got that. He looked like he got the foul, but guess it was a makeup call.
So they called it on the floor, but Rossow converted the bucket, but it was waved off. Kicks it out now to Bagatorian. Picks up his dribble, finds Rossow. Elrod wants it on the low block. Instead, a step-back jump shot. Won't go that time from Chris. Rebound batted around. Elrod is going to pick up a foul there. A dangerous play. No intent there from Elrod, but he kind of dove at the legs of, I believe it was Hopped that time. Glad to see everybody up on their feet. Elrod gets the loose ball foul, and Point Loma will regain possession. Biola's defense is cranked up here in the second half. It actually started back about midway through the first half. Their defense finally woke up, and slowly but surely their offense has followed. Anderson, him and Elrod have gone at it all night, and Elrod's going to pick up another there. So Elrod doesn't like it. He's picked up 2 fouls now in about a minute of play, and that's not good news if you're Biola because you already have Maximo Milovic in foul trouble with 3. Now Elrod picks up his second. Your other available big man is Solomon Riddell. He's only played 3 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Dave Holmquist opts to do. I feel as if Jesse Elrod has the ability to defend without fouling. That's not necessarily the question here, but when you're going up one-on-one against Cade Anderson, oftentimes you're going to find yourselves in some bad spots defensively, which could lead to those fouls.
Yeah, especially with that matchup, it'll get very physical, and we've seen it already. It would be tough if Elrod went to 3.
So the deficit currently stands at 8 for Biola. Alex Wright handles up top, looking to do something about that. Finds Chris Rossow. Fakes one way, crosses back over the other. Picks up his dribble, needs some help. 5 to shoot for Biola. Bagatorian gonna have to make something happen. Puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line, lets one fly by. I don't know about that. They say it was late shot clock violation. So the shot went in for Bagatorian, but they say it was after the fact. So a tough sequence of events there for Biola sends us to a timeout. 15:57 left to go in the game. Biola trying to climb here in the game. Got a shout out to send along. This one coming in from Nate Wood saying shout out from Uncle Nate. Watching my boys Luke and Brian. Go Point Loma. Appreciate that. The shout out magic is really working for the Sea Lions fans. They have dominated the shout out emails so far here today. But hey, as we always say, equal opportunity, not equal opportunity tonight. Equal opportunity broadcast on the shout outs. And we're seeing that here today. Appreciate all the Point Loma fans who have tapped into the broadcast. Certainly appreciate all of these shout-outs. Love interacting with our viewers. Tough turnaround hook shot that time. Falls for Hopped as the lead is pushed back to 10 now. Alex Wright finds Jesse Elrod up top. Tries to feed it inside the bags, and I don't really think that was there. Fortunately for Biola, I believe they're going to have a foul. But they are really loading up on Michael Bagatorian. He's kind of started to heat up a little bit here. Biola's made it a point of emphasis to try to get him the ball on the low block. But with Biola struggling so mightily from downtown, I think Point Loma is going to take their chances with the Eagles shooters, as that one misses everything, and the rebound is taken by Hop. So kind of on cue there, as I was saying. I think Point Loma would much rather have Biola's shooters taking shots right now than allow Michael Bagatorian or Alex Wright to go one-on-one on the low block. Wright looking to go quick, and a lot of verticality that time from Cade Anderson, but they're going to hit him for the citation. Should be 2 shots for Alex Wright.
I think this is one of those games where Alex Wright really needs to emerge from the shadows. He's kind of been playing a lot of low-key basketball, only 9 points. Has the most rebounds so far, so he's done, a lot of productive stuff on the board side of things, but he needs to get it going scoring.
Biola just has to find a way to get everybody involved because, as you mentioned, it feels like the offense has been a little bit isolation heavy. Chris Ross had 12 points on 14 shots. I feel like so many of those have been heavily contested, and that's not necessarily his fault saying he's taking bad shots, but it's just the flow of the offense for Biola really has never gotten going here this evening. A lot of late shot clock situations, guys not really getting the clean looks that we're so used to seeing Biola generate. And a lot of that could start with a guy like Alex Wright. He commands so much defensive attention, and rightly so. And is also a great passer as well. So when he does draw an extra man, he can find the open guy. And then it's just a matter of making your shots, something Biola has struggled to do here today. Just 3 of 12 from downtown. And Point Loma has not struggled from beyond the arc. They are now 8 of 17 from distance as that one goes in for Okhotin. Elrod to answer. Straightaway 3. That one's offline. So this is be careful country here if you're Biola. You got the lead down to 6. It's ballooned now back to 13. Don't want to see it get much larger than that, but it looks like it's going to now with Cade Anderson headed to the stripe for a pair. First free throw for Anderson. Second free throw rattles in. So the lead is now stretched up to 15. Both free throws good for Cade Anderson. Chris Rossow will walk it across the timeline. Come around a screen from Bagatorian. Knifes his way inside. Hands it off to Milovic, who's back into the game with his 3 fouls. And Chris Rossow will pick up the foul right near midcourt. Kind of a frustration foul for him, as I feel like he did nicely there to collapse the defense, get inside. Milovic was open there momentarily, but just not quite sure if he was expecting that pass. Mishandled it, which ultimately led to the giveaway for Biola.
There almost seems to be a disconnection on that side of the game. I even saw in the first half where they get it, it's just kind of like a double pump or double fake, and they just don't seem too confident in the shots inside.
Pull-up jump shot. That one rattles in and out. Rare miss. 4-point Loma, but they get it right back. Beautiful play there defensively. Creates the wide-open corner three. And that is not the guy you want taking those shots. Okhotin now 4 of 5 from downtown. This game in danger of getting out of hand here if you're Biola. Alex Wright drives inside, kicks it out to Bags, pump fake. Fadeaway jump shot, book it for Bags. Left baseline jump shot is true, and as I mentioned though, that's just a tough shot that Bagatoria knocked down. Not many easy looks coming for Biola. That one hits off back iron. Chris Rossow looking to push the pace. Feeds it to Milovic. Nice hesitation that time as he goes up and finishes with the right. Good patience inside by Milovic right there. Just a slight hesitation allowed his man to fly by, which gave him a clean look at the basket. He's not going to miss any of those as Biola has it back to 14 now.
Yeah, that one looked much more natural.
McKenzie, pull-up jump shot. Rattles in, out, and finally out definitively as Chris Rossow has the rebound. They're going back to Milovic on the low block. Nice find up top. Chris Rossow can't get it to go. Biola just 3 of 13 from beyond the arc now as opposed to the 9 for 18 clip at Point Loma has put up. Nice interior defense that time by Alex Wright. Opportunistic drive, but an even better defensive play that time. I believe it was Rossow knocking that one out of play, as that'll send us to immediate timeout. 11:56 left to go here in the game. Biola trails by 14. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. $11:56 left to go. Biola staring in the face of a 14-point deficit. And, Jeff, we've watched them fight back and get the lead all the way down to 6 at one point here in this half. What do they need to do to create another run like that?
I think the energy needs to be up. I mean, for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out when, the energy just got sucked out of this place. And I just felt like kind of morose broadcasting here. I don't know what it was, but the energy needs to be up. They just kind of got down in their dumps about, giving up some threes, but that's going to happen. That's okay. It's all about how you respond.
Well, I think that's kind of been the story here this evening is that Point Loma, I mean, they are shooting the lights out. 51 from the field, 50% from downtown. They have made it happen from the floor here tonight as Bags can't get that one to go. But when Biola made their run, Point Loma just was missing. They were missing the shots that they had been making, and we knew that would happen eventually. However, the question was always going to be, how will Biola answer? Well, they answered well, but they have not answered the run well for Point Loma, and that's a big-time dunk there from Cade Anderson. He's now got a game-high 18.
I think in this game, just Point Loma has done a great job of responding from the errors that Biola's made.
Bagatorian gets a much-needed triple to fall as he knocks one in from the left wing. That's his first 3 of the game in 3 tries. He's now got 13 points on 6 of 12 from the field. Okhotin handles up top. Finds Franklin. Feeds inside to Anderson. Puts it up, but nope, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, so Biola catches a break. With Dominguez will re-enter, replacing Kevin Stone. But before he does, we want to send along a couple of shout-outs. We got some from the fans coming in, and we'll get to those here in a minute. But this first one goes out to Church and Casualty Insurance Agency, who's been California's largest insurer of houses of worship. Since 1983, they have been helping churches to master the unexpected. So if you'd like to find out more, visit www.ccia.com. Thank you to Church and Casualty Insurance Agency for your generous sponsorship of Biola Athletics. And speaking of Biola Athletics, they got to get their offense going here. They're now below 40% from the field, and that guy is not Okhotin puts in his 5th triple of the game. That one counts plus a foul as he will head to the free throw line with a chance to complete the 1, 2, 3, 4-point play.
I mean, their three-point percentage is almost as good as their field goal percentage. It's just unreal how well they are shooting the ball.
This is certainly one of the more impressive shooting displays that I've seen here, certainly against Biola, but the individual shooting of Okhotin has been the story of the evening. 5 of 6 from downtown. And, folks, these are not all wide-open looks. These are contested deep threes that he is knocking down, that last one counting plus the foul. So it has just been that type of night for Point Loma. And if you're Biola, you just got to find a way to weather the storm now, currently trailing by 17.
No, he's had one point where it has not been a three, and it was that free throw right there. He has just been unreal.
Yeah, 16 points. All of his field goals have come from long range, and that's another wide open look created by the dribble penetration of Okhotin. He said, I can do that too. I can step beyond the arc, and I could also set up those shots for my teammates. Biggest deficit of the night. It stands at 20 for Biola. They'll take a timeout. But before they do, we do want to send along our shout-outs. This one coming in from Sunshine Simmons, getting some Lady Eagle love.
There we go.
Saying, let's go, guys. It's their timeout. We're back here courtside with 9:10 left to go. Not exactly the type of game you were hoping for if you're a Biola fan.
Did you get your breath there on all those shout-outs?
You know what? I am pretty trained when it comes to getting those shout-outs in, but that was 7 there that I just rattled off.
I didn't hear breath. You sounded like Eminem on there rapping.
I did what I had to do. But Biola, not exactly the case for them as they trail by 20. Time certainly becoming an issue here. Bagatorian, tough turnaround, Jay. That one won't go. Rebound Okhotin. That's his 5th. Right wing triple in transition won't go. Rebound with Dominguez. Witt drives inside. Feeds it to Milovic. Easy deuce for him as Biola cuts it back to 18 now.
I think if Point Loma still gets those three-point shots, they're still going to take it no matter the score. I mean, they're just getting so many great opportunities here.
Well, I would too if I was shooting 52% from downtown. Anderson thinking about a 3, instead drives inside and hands it off. Point Loma will reset up top now with Franklin. He drives in, easy deuce there with the right hand as he beat his man off the dribble and finished off glass. Chris Ross out, putting the ball on the floor, backing down his man, walled off defensively nicely that time by Anderson as Biola will reset now with 12 to shoot. Milovic, dribble handoff action with Alex Wright. Crossover, drives inside, kicks it out. Right wing 3 on the way with Dominguez, puts it in. Second 3 of the evening for Witt Dominguez in 4 tries, and a big one there for Biola as they got to go and they got to go now. They need stops and scores in that order. There's a stop. Can they get the score? Bagatorian will hand it off to Alex Wright, who leads the break. Wright picks up his dribble, needs some help. Finds Witt. Baseline jump shot, rattles in and out. It's been that type of night for Biola. Okhotin handles on the left wing, met closely by Alex Wright, and understandably so. Ball finds, I believe that's Franklin over there on the right wing, and he's going to be fouled by Witt Dominguez. So a pair of subs now coming in for Point Loma after the break, but we will take it with them. 6:46 left to go here in the game. Biola down big. It's 70-53. And we're back here with 6:46 left to go in the game. Got a few shout-outs to send along. This one coming in from Anna Okhotin. Again, the Okhotin family, they got to be having a ball here tonight, as it has been that type of game from him. As shout out to Ben and Sam Okhotin, Alex and Anna tapping in. Appreciate that. Got a shout out coming in from Grandpa Mikey saying shout out to my boys Brian and Luke. As this may be the last game I watch for Point Loma. Appreciate that. Right wing triple on the way is straight but strong from Alex Wright. Their shout out coming in saying shout out to the announcers. Good job being fair to each team from a Sea Lion fan. We appreciate those shout outs perhaps more than any of the other ones that we get because, well, we are Biola students, not going to hide that. We do really just enjoy watching good basketball here, and it's been a lot of fun watching the shooting performance that the Sea Lions have put on here today. An absolute flurry from beyond the arc for them. Catherine Elliott tapping in saying the Elliots and the Van Deepens are watching from Tucson, Arizona. Thank you so much for your shout out, and to everybody who has shouted out here tonight on the broadcast. It's been a lot of fun despite the big scoring discrepancy that Biola is staring up at. Rossow walled off, needs some help, and gets bailed out that time. We're going to have a foul on the floor.
You know, those broadcast shouts go a lot further than they think, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'll be doing baseball on Friday. Hopefully I can call a 1-2-3 strike out the side inning for my broadcast partner here. I expect nothing less. Biola so far here tonight, 37% from the field, 27% from downtown. They haven't even really shot their free throws all that well either, to 66% from the stripe. It's just been that type of game for them here today, and you counter that with the shooting we've seen, especially from that guy. Give him another 6 triples for Okhotin here this evening, as he's now got 19 points in the game, 18 of which have come via the 3 ball. He's got 1 free throw that came on the 4-point play.
That's just, I've never seen someone shoot the ball like him besides, Klay Thompson.
And this is truly incredible. He has been automatic from beyond the arc here today, and with the lead now at 18 and the clock winding down, I want to see him take some heat checks. Pull up from Steph Curry range from the Eagle logo. Rossow back the other way. Finds Elrod, looking to get one of his own. That one rattles in and out. McKenzie handles up top. Finds the shooter on the wing. That one rattles in and out. A very rare miss that time from Point Loma. For Hopt, it was his first 3-point attempt of the game. Alex Wright swings it over to Whit Dominguez. He's actually had a pretty nice stroke from deep here today. That's his 3rd of the game. So 3 of Biola's 6 triples here this evening have come from Whit Dominguez, as he seems to be the only Biola Eagle that's been able to get it going.
I think it's more like a resume builder for him, saying, hey, I can shoot the ball too.
McKenzie handles up top, feeds it inside to Anderson, backs down on Milovic, gets to that right hook. It's been lethal here today as he banks it in off glass for 2. All the talk has been about Okhotin here tonight, and rightly so, but Anderson actually leads all with 20. After that right-handed hook shot, he's got a 20-piece here to go along with his 9 boards and 3 assists. McKenzie handles up top, met by the defense of Whit Dominguez. Tries that rip-through move, instead picks up his dribble. Extra pass finds Hopt. Wide open 3. Book it for Okhotin. He was shuffling back up the floor before that one hit net. He goes with the Wesley Matthews bow and arrow bingo signal there, and that will probably do it here this evening. It'll be a timeout. 2:53 left to go. Both coaches actually keep their rotation guys in the game. For Biola, they got 4 starters out there, and Jesse Elrod, who is a usual starter but did not crack the starting 5 here today. Maximo Milovic got the call. For Point Loma, they keep their same 5 out there that they had going into the break, so looks like both teams will just play this one out, as that actually could have been a travel there on Chris Rossow, but instead he'll draw the foul. Before he goes to the line, got some shout-outs coming in. This one is for Brian Goraki, as you're actually not going to read that one. It's probably the same kids who have been messing with me behind sending the airdrops and stuff like that to my computer. Real mature. But this one is a legitimate shout-out, and we'll send it along, saying shout-out to Alan Nakamura and the Biola women's b-ball win at Point Loma. Beat APU. Yeah, we've had these kids behind us messing with us all game long. Got to be some Point Loma fans. And, hey, listen, we love our Point Loma fans.
Yeah.
They have been nothing but class acts here today. But there's some kids behind me. They've been airdropping stuff to my computer, sending phony shout-outs. So.
Good feel on that one. Good feel on that one.
And I believe we're going to have a foul on the floor here. First free throw strong. Want to send along a shout out to my old broadcast partner, Josh Banker, as he is watching from home. Certainly miss having him down here, but he deserves the time off for sure. He taught me everything I know. So for those who have shouted out the broadcast and said they appreciate the commentary, you can send that love his way, because he took me under his wing when I came in as a color commentator who was just trying to get some reps in, as Chris Rossow gets the steal and the score on the other end. And you know what's funny? Josh actually taught me to make sure that we actually read every shout-out before we say it over the broadcast. We've had some opposing fans mess with us over the years. It happens. It's all fun and games. This one coming in from another one from Nate Wood, who is saying, all love, guys. Love your passion for the game. Appreciate that.
Oh, my gosh.
So we got a pair of free throws coming up here for the Sea Lions, who are firmly in command. Biola has ran off a bit of a run here, but it looks like it's just going to be a little bit too little too late with just 1:30 left to go. And they are going to send our free throw distractor away.
Oh, come on. Just trying to have some fun here.
As we had a Biola fan behind the basket who was waving his scooter around, and the official's going to say, that's enough of that.
We've seen that from past games.
You know, we have. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's just every officiating crew has their different, ideas of what's allowed and what's not. As Biola gives it away, back the other way we go. A little razzle-dazzle behind the back dish that time, and a beauty from Franklin. And he got Okhotin his first 2-point basket of the game. With Dominguez tries a three. That one too strong. So with 1:09 left to go and Biola down by 16, Solomon Riddell will check in. Kevin Stone will check in. Omari Milana will check in. Honestly surprised we didn't see Omari earlier in this game. Felt like they maybe could have used his perimeter defense a little bit, but Biola will empty most of their bench here. Alex Wright, the lone starter, out there on the floor for them. Excuse me, Maximo Milovic as well. Just hadn't seen him much here today, just 14 minutes due to foul trouble. Shot clock winding down. Anderson hits the side of the backboard. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Rare miss for him, as looks like he'll finish the night with a 20 spot, but it'll be Okhotin leading the way with 24 as Point Loma finally empties their bench. And their guys will get a well-earned applause from the Point Loma faithful that have come out here to support. One last shout out coming in from John Anderson saying, "Good game, Caden." Papa John tap in. Appreciate that. Alex Wright kicks it out to Omari. He'll drive inside, put it up, won't go, but a foul. Lucas Elliott will check into the game for the first time. Malvin Piera will also join him off the bench for his first action of the game. Lana's free throw is good. So, Jeff, as you look across your stat sheet here, what stands out to you the most?
On their side or our side?
Just either or, really.
Well, I mean, obviously on Point Loma's side, their three-point percentage is through the roof and at 52%, and their field goal percentage is 52.7, just barely better than the three-point percentage. I've never seen a team shoot better, but as these last couple seconds go down, I think we just need to flush this loss onto APU. You know, that's the next thing you know.
They got a big game coming up here on Saturday. We will have that for you here. It'll be Hannah and I for game 1, Jeff and I for game 2. Looking forward to that. A tough loss here for Biola. It was just one of those nights. The shots were falling fast and furious for Point Loma, and for Biola that just was not the case. 7 of 23 from downtown for them, which is actually an improvement from where they started. I believe they were just 3 for 13 at one point. So Biola falls.